What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video. You're on episode 2 of Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War. And I say, I love this episode just as the first one. I watching it didn't realize how far in the episode I was when watching it. It was just that good. And bring back even more familiar faces, which confuses me. Which confuses me as someone who's watched the specific arc they appeared in. I'll get into more detail about that one later. So, a pad up, too. Let's get into the review. We actually got an opening this time. I think I loved how colourful and creative the opening is. But it's not colourful, but the limited use of colours was great. What's well for the tone of this arc being much darker, you know, being something I didn't know it was. I didn't even know it was uncensored. Like, I had no clue this series is uncensored, unlike the previous anime, which makes sense because it's TV standards at the 2000s. While uncut anime allowed to be on TV, graphic scenes had to be toned down because it still had to go onto the TV ratings because the guys are television. So I didn't realize it was uncensored though. This one. Anyway, a lot of YouTubers have reviewed this arc so far. I should just check out the videos by DBZ, man. If you watched all the episodes of the arc, watch all the episodes of this core. DBZ, man, is a great YouTuber actually. There's a lot of anime content. And posts all kinds of videos on each episode of the Thousand Year Blood War, and does some anime and manga differences. So, go check those out, because I think they're good. I only seen 1 or 2 of them, because again I only watched episode 1. We get to see more of the Pretty Coca Squad, by the way. So the episode continues where he left off. But the guy with his arms cut off has to try struggling to kneel. But the guy who's revealed to be the king, and this is calling the king, says no need to sit down with the arm his arm like that, and lost a lot of blood, he won't be able to sit up. But of course he only has legs then. But if he uses that and out of loyalty, gets the kneel. Anyway, he's angry for claiming something that didn't happen. Claiming something that didn't happen. He's trying to predict up something and kills him. Oh, he is. Well, the other one, the guy each killed appeared, didn't fail. He failed, but not entirely. But didn't succeed either. But he also gets killed too, because he does not need it anymore. And he is revealed to be a Rancor. He is revealed to be a Rancor. Then why did he get pissed by being called one? He reveals something that he's got in his desk. He's got Halibut, Espada number 3 from the Rancor arc. Now here's what confuses me. I thought she was dead. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought she died. I thought she was killed by Aizen. That's what confuses me. How is she alive? Like, I thought she was killed. And again, it might be just me who was watching the dub, and the dub didn't probably tell me something. So, if you know how, if she actually survived, like, I think I get it now, like, she was critically wounded, but we never know but we assume she died if she fell, but she's alive. So, that means she was still alive by the time the Battle of Aizen ended. And meanwhile, Yosuke is a little worried about Ichigo, but yeah, let's trust him. And well, Uryu said since Ichigo will never lose to a guy like that, I'm gonna help him. But Jab would. Well, he makes a little happy about is happy too. That Uryu is being like a friend, being like a true friend to Ichigo. These characters are definitely compare these characters from their first appearances in the first arc to now. They've matured so much since we first met them. And that's what I like about anime that ends with the final story. Showing how much characters have matured since we first met them. But seeing a goodbye to your favorite anime, it's been on wow, it's sad. And it's gonna be sad to see Bleach end, but once the 1,000-year Blood War is done, they can move on to the final arc, the final story. Which is an epilogue, focusing on a new character within the Bleach continuity. And it's related to Bleach, not like Brenda Witch being set 6 years after the end of the Bleach. I think it means the end of the Fullbren arc, which was the end of the original anime, being 66 episodes. Anyway. Today we shall be doing Ichigo Bunny Rise back. Or he has to be said, but he says no. Before we can tell him what he learnt about the guy having, by that rank, having Quincy powers, they get interrupted. By Ryusuke's Soul Pager. It's the same guy from Research and Development telling him about what happened. About the attack that happened with all people dead and Squad 1 Lieutenant being injured. Badly injured. How? Shocking thing is, he's dead. He died, well, is it? That wound must have been so deep that he died. I didn't expect that. He's been the lieutenant of Geminusai Yamamoto for as long as he's been head captain. Head Captain Yamamoto's been captain of the 13 Cold Guard Squad for 1,000 years. And he's gonna. And my opening gives us some good battles. So yeah. It's a shock to everyone. I don't know who broke in or not. That they could have used some type of teleportation to get in. Right now, the truck trying to figure out a way to stop him. The head captain. So yeah, everyone's mourning the lieutenant's funeral. They're called to attend the funeral. I'm surprised too, but I'm not all that sad. It's probably piss you off when I say this, but I don't think he was much of a character. Like, he was just loyal to head captain, but he's never really done much with any of the other characters. Like, we didn't get time for his personality to shine or him having any good fights. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't really have any sympathy for this guy much. I am sad he's dead, but I don't know him that well, so it's more of a mixed opinion. It's just my mixed response to this. It's real shocking, but like I said, we didn't really have much time to know him. So yeah, technically people more. Ichigo decides to go for Cho. And out of the sky comes Nell. Not know who she is. You'll be forgetting all about her because she did not appear after part 5 of the Rancor arc. Yeah. She was in parts 2 through 3 all. She was in parts 2 to 5. All the way up to the Battle of Karakura Town's beginning. Ichigo goes head off to fight Ukiura. So I'm glad. Like, seriously, what happened to her? Like, we didn't get any epilogue with her about what's gonna happen now and stuff. We don't never got an epilogue to what happened to Waco Mundo. Yeah, but she completely into headbutt is into Ichigo like she always does. But I say her Japanese actress is pretty good. Just know they got all the original actors back for the dub. But she's just Ichigo that Waco Moon was in danger. It was attacked. Pesci also shows up. But we don't know when Don Choco is. He explains that. He's comedic. Same old comedic idiot he is. Hey, they're baiting Waco Mudo for some reason. Anyway, after like Ichigo's host, tell them what happened. By the way, Halibel, as far number 3, is now the queen. Is now rules over Waco Mundo. But yeah, a group of people showed up out of nowhere and start attacking. Quickly injure Halibel. In the last moment, she tells them to run. No choice, they had to. But they were ambushed and Don Choco was captured. They might, but those Pesci and now might just escape. End up there. But why would someone attack Waco Mundo? Well, you can guess why. When you learn about what happened. Makes total sense. So yeah, equals going. Anyway, we do see a great cameo of Karin and Yuzu, because in the manga they had a brief scene in the in episode 1 story that's adapted from the manga, but they wanted episode 1 themselves because that was cut. Sadly, you know, it's coming a bit nice to see them again after a while. I mean, Karin and Yuzu are likable characters. And well, Uehara happens to overhear the conversation. Decides to take him along to Waco Mundo. Uru decides to stay behind. Ichigo understands because, you know, we see how much they know each other well as friends. Since Uri was a Quincy, he has no right. He shouldn't be protecting Hollows or Rancars. Especially since Quincy is supposed to kill them. That's why he's not going. So Ichigo understands. I do like the animation here. It's great. The way it looks is brilliant. So yeah, Uehara was the same level idiot we know. As they head out to Waco Mundo. Uehara is the same old community we all love. I do like his Japanese voice. Japanese voice I'm not much of a fan of, but I like his dub voice better. It's more softer than deep. Yeah, it's more softer, but also more mature. Showing Chad's a great guy. I like his dub voice better. The second dub voice is much better. I like gotten used to. Curious to know how the new actor does, because it obviously says there's a new actor playing the character in the dub. I only just noticed this, but Ichigo's Sanbakuto has the axe hilt on it, instead of like the just a blade, a detached blade on the hilt. You know? So it's an interesting little detail we see. And just when the 13 Cold Guard squad is finally going back to normal. After 3 captains gone missing, they finally got 3 new captains. And it's all whacked out again with the death of the first squad lieutenant. And if he couldn't make it, that means everyone else it's more tense for everyone else now. since someone like the first squad lieutenant of Squad 1 is killed, that means they won't. The battle will be even more tense that even possibly the head captain could die. After all, you don't know what might happen. This is the final arc. Anyway, in Waco Mundo, again arrive. I like how Uha is the same old idiot we love. I laughed every time he does something comedic. It just says Pesha Chakanaka is not here, but Ichigo decides to go home because that's just who he is. And Chan makes a good comment on that too. That he knew Ichigo would probably do something like that. Otherwise he wouldn't have. That's why he didn't hesitate to ask for help. Well, I really like that. Meanwhile, one of the people behind this is a man named Jay. He's crazy psychopath. Like a crazy psycho in a way. It's kind of like a... Wow. I like that. He's like, not psychopath now. What was the other words? What was the other word than psychopath? Yeah, I forgot what the other term is for the term. It's not psychopath. It's like, I know something with my time, but I can't remember it. The other word, okay, he's not mentally fit. Anyway, I'll give a speech about all kinds of crap. Now how they can, if they let them live, they'll join them. Those who doesn't will die. Two of the Rancors I kind of recognized immediately. And well, they make their time to strike. They actually know the two girls that were very loyal to Aizen from the Rancor arc. The ones who bullied Orihime. The black girl with pigtails, the girl black haired girl with pigtails, and the one with short blonde hair. Those two. And I'm not surprised at that either, because I remember them surviving. But like I thought Aizen's strike on Hannibal was critical, and that she was killed. So, can someone please explain to me of how she's alive? And she's not the only one alive too. To get injured, he's attacked by 3 more Ankars. They're none other than the loyal followers of Hannibal. I thought they were killed by head captain Yamamoto. Like the dub says that she wants revenge for him killing them. So I'm confused. And again, it might be a dub thing, but still, I'm confused. So again, and please comment down below to help me out with this, because frankly, I thought those 3 were dead, along with the person they follow. No detail actually. In the Rancor, we get a flashback at how she met those 3. They actually had animal forms. The secondary, the whole evolution that has more animal-like qualities. Like they not wear masks, but instead their hairs are just different colors. It's interesting too. Anyway, Captain Kurotsuchi gets a report on the intruders. And now he says that the head captain's also probably figured out quickly too. This is a report from the entirety of the 13th Core Guard Squad on the Go Type 13. Depends on which version you like. Well, this is in the code of Ichigo right into the barrel. 7 sharp shocking. Where Kurotsuchi reveals what they are. Quincy's, while Ichigo's looking over the injured three. The three that were critically injured. Like, Jay barely has not got a single scratch on him. That's going to be a tough bite. As that's where the episode cuts out. A great suspenseful way. And there's a fight I'm looking forward to. Since they're Quincy's, it's going to be a more unique fight. And well, how's Uryu going to respond to this? Don't get, he's a Quincy, but he probably was the last Quincy. But yet there's somehow more Quincy. There's somehow one other Quincy alive. Because all the others are Rancars. How are there some Quincy's alive? Probably like with Aizen being put in jail and not to be mentioned ever again. I do like the preview for the next episode. Instead of being the comedic preview we love, we see it every time, where a character narrates what gets comedic narration of what happens next time. Well, it doesn't really narrate what happens next time. Well, show next time. A character does something says something comedic while happening. I'm kind of sad I was got ditched, but it's more traditional like a Japanese manga with old Japanese paintings and stuff. Well, not paintings, transcripts. Yeah, that was episode 2. Again, I'm really enjoying this so far. Another episode's just recently been dubbed, by the way. I think it's episode 9. So I cannot wait to get to more episodes. It's going to take every fibre of my body to resist watching all of them in one day. Because not to do a review on cause. So I'm going to do episode by episode reviews and stuff. Since they're fresh. Alright, watch you begin this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, be up to date on videos that comes out in the future. See you guys for more about Blood Bowl tomorrow. Keep your feelings out.